Hey everyone, this is ScabCat242, and I have a completely different figure review this time. I'm reviewing all four of the Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures from the new cartoon. These figures aren't necessarily new, but after seeing some reviews on YouTube, I took a look at these figures, and they're actually pretty cool. They have some pretty good sculpts. Articulation's fairly decent on these figures, but the fact that these are some cool looking Ninja Turtle figures made me very curious to check these out. And as you can see here, I have all four turtles here. We got Mikey, we got Ralph, we got Leo, and Don. So I'm going to get into the articulation, not each one, but I'm just going to focus on one turtle set articulation, and I'll go about each turtle. So let's start with Leo, who's probably my favorite turtle. So right here. So pretty good sculpt on these guys. Definitely cool designs. I like how it's a somewhat updated design of the turtles, but also it's got a nice throwback to the classic look. I like the fact that it's got the pupilless eyes and the face. But articulation wise, these guys got some pretty good articulations considering this is for a kids line of action figures. So we have a ball joint in the shoulders that goes side to side, does a complete 360. There are ball joints in the elbows that does a complete 360. There's a wrist articulation right there. No waist articulation, but that's okay. Ball joint in the head looks pretty down okay. Looks pretty far up too. Does a complete 360. Ball joints in the legs. And the best part is it's not hindered because their front part of the shell is actually a flexible material. So ball joints in the legs, does 360. Kicks up pretty okay. Single ball joints in the knees. No ankle pivot, but that's okay because these guys actually stand pretty okay, and that's pretty much the best part about these figures is the posability as these guys. I think in this day and age we're so used to action figures being so articulated that we just forget about just simple things. And for a kids line, I mean, these are cool figures, and I mean, these are the poses I was able to get out of some of these. But yeah, so Leo, as you can see here, he has his two katana swords, and what's cool about him, he has a place to keep both swords. And just like the classic 80s Ninja Turtle figures, they came with their weapon racks, which here's Leo's. I did not take these off so we can display these a little bit better. So you can see on Leo's rack, he has a longer sword, a couple of throwing blades, some ninja stars, and a little small blade. So yeah, that's pretty cool that they have those, and I like the nod to the throwback of like old classic Turtles figures. So yeah, so that's Leo, pretty cool figure. The next up is Ralph, or Raphael. So again, same articulation. He's got a different paint job than Leo. He's got a much more darker green. The one thing I like about he can hold his side like this in between his hands. Now, fortunately, the other hand is not have an opening like that, but that's okay. And just like Leo, in the back he has a place for his side, so that's pretty cool. And let's show off his weapon racks right here, which is this. He has these interesting hook bladed weapons. He has a single bladed side right here and two throwing stars. Yeah, so there's Ralph. Next up is Mikey. So Mikey and Michelangelo, he's kind of a more lime shaded green, and he has his signature nunchucks. These are actually made of kind of a almost fragile plastic. These might break if you bend them too much, but I'm just gonna leave them like that. And of course, he has storage for those. And then his weapons, he came with this chain blade weapon, a couple of throwing stars, and some more other throwing blades. So there's Mikey. And then we got Donatello, the smart one. And his shade of green is almost as light, but I think much more lighter than Mikey's. And he has his bow staff. And I like how they have their, I guess their belt accessories. And then of course he has a place for his bow staff. And then his weapon he has right here. He has this interesting staff with a blade attached to it, kind of a triple nunchuck weapon, and a couple of throwing blades right there. So I gotta say, these figures are really, really cool. Definitely worth getting. Well, for me, I got mostly just the turtles, because I really like Ninja Turtles, and this is a pretty cool line. The great thing about this line, they're not too expensive. They generally were about maybe $8-9 in stores. And also the great thing about this line is these figures are easy to find. I went to various Walmarts, Toys R Us, Targets. They're always well stocked. I mean, whatever figure you're gonna look for, they're gonna be there. So if you're a Turtles fan, these are a must pick up. I definitely think these are the best Turtle figures. These how I think the Turtles should have looked in that upcoming Michael Bay movie. Yes, I said that. I don't know why they went with this horrible... Oh, and we got a cat. Come on. So, yeah. So, I gotta say, awesome figures. Definitely a must get if you're a Turtles fan, and that's all.